60 years ago, with the construction of the M1, the UK's motorway network was born. And today there are over 3,500 kilometres, carrying a fifth of all road traffic. The intervening years have seen a glorious period of planning, engineering and construction skills and expertise, covering roads, bridges, tunnels, underpasses and flyovers. Arguably, the epicentre of this national network, providing commercial and private vehicles with an orbital route around the capital and links to all the major arterial motorways, is the M25. Work began in 1975, and 11 years later, on October the 29th, 1986, Margaret Thatcher formally opened it. 2 years later, construction started on the QE2 bridge, supplementing the two existing tunnels and spanning 812 metres across the River Thames. The M25 is the beating heart of the UK's transport network, driving the economy, supporting domestic and international business, and connecting friends and family. With 200,000 vehicles using it every day, it is one of the world's busiest orbital routes. However, we live in a changing world, and we must change to meet its current and future challenges and needs. The UK's population is on the increase. By 2050, 70% of the country are predicted to be living in urban areas. There are 8 million people living in London, and this is forecast to grow by just under 500,000 in the next 7 years. The volume of traffic on the network continues to rise as car ownership grows. By 2035, nearly a third of UK households will have 2 or more cars. In the southeast alone, it is estimated there will be an additional 1 million vehicles needing access to the National Strategic Road Network and specifically the M25. There are also capacity pressures on the UK's airports, container and passenger ports, and rail network. In parallel with this, the government is focusing on tackling a range of environmental issues and trying to stimulate economic growth. We know the M25 is a dynamic and evolving network. It is expanding to reflect the growth in traffic and demands a constant focus to manage the renewal and maintenance of the quality and efficiency of all its infrastructure components, from road surface through to lighting and barriers. We are introducing a number of innovative solutions that utilize new technologies, sophisticated traffic management systems, instant travel information for drivers, and employing enhanced safety solutions, all to improve the operational effectiveness of the network. We have already achieved a great deal. Over the last 3 years, more than £1 billion has been invested in major sectional upgrade works, with the latest due for completion in 2015. This has been carried out without closing any part of the network and in less time than before. We have already generated savings of over £160 million through the initial upgrade sections, and this could rise by a further £30 million as a result of the later upgrade sections. In addition, there is an extensive programme of network improvements, including the introduction in 2015 of free-flow charging at the Dartford crossing, eliminating tolls and substantially improving the flow of traffic, with an estimated cost over the next 7 years of £367 million. Optimal management of motorway traffic levels through all-lane running will ensure that delays are kept to an absolute minimum. The cost of delivering this project on both the north and south side of the M25 is £321 million. Safety for those who use and work on the M25 is of paramount importance. Today it is one of the safest motorways in the UK. We have seen a 14% reduction in road fatalities and serious injuries since 2009. But there is always more that can be done, such as eliminating the need for any employee to cross a carriageway and providing more timely information to road users through the overhead signals. We will continue to work with the Highways Agency to improve the safety of the network and aim to achieve a further 10% reduction in serious accidents by 2019. It is not too bold a statement to say that the M25 network has an intrinsic and crucial role to play in the future success of the UK's economy. We need to continually find new and better ways to work in the future. We have to challenge the traditional methods and processes to identify more efficient and effective solutions. Collaborative working with our JV partners and suppliers to find more innovative ways to procure, manage and maintain is vitally important. In recognition of the progress we have made with our supply chain, we have recently been BS 11000 accredited. We have already had a number of successes, including the use of the Maurer joint replacement system on the QE2 bridge, covering the overnight work, allowing all lanes to be open the next day. Replacing concrete bays overnight, using fast-drying concrete to ensure that the road is fully operational the following morning. Creating a centralized asset management database and making optimal use of lane closures so that maintenance and renewals work can be carried out at the same time. The M25 network's pivotal role in our motorway system is going to increase. The development of the new £1.5 billion Thames Gateway by Dubai Ports. The investment at Heathrow in the new Terminal 2B and the planned redevelopment of Terminal 3. The proposed new Lower Thames crossing, linking the M2 to the M20. The post-London 2012 Olympic development around Stratford and the potential Thames Estuary Airport will all rely on the M25 to deliver people and goods to where they are really needed. We live and work in a dynamic and evolving environment. The M25 network needs to develop and expand to meet these challenging demands. We are the change that will meet those needs. And for all of us, let's make that change personal.